Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the largest crypto-only channel on the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you like money in crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you love our live streams, if you like the longer form content, make sure to smash that like button for us. Don't break your computer. We certainly would hate that, but hey, you're going to make so much money in crypto, you can certainly buy a new one. Still dealing with the voice a little bit today, guys. The wife told me not to drink an energy drink and instead to drink some hot tea. I would be happy to report to my wife that I have drank 2 cups of hot tea today, okay? But we need the energy. We're going big today because Bitcoin, we got some kind of interesting breaking news about Bitcoin and the Bitcoin price, which we will get to here in just a few minutes. We're also going to be talking about a Bitcoin ETF. Is it real? You guys are also going to be talking a lot in the comments about my glasses.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Maybe we lose the glasses.
Why? They don't like the glasses?
No, because
it's good for my eyes.
Yeah, but look, see that?
Only when I do that, though.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't care what you like, TJ.
Yeah, you do.
Look at this. God, I like twitching. See, now it looks fine, though.
Yeah, it looks fine now, but...
How about like this? Kids, it's time for a story.
Oh, boy.
You guys like that? Guys, someone sent us these glasses. These are protected glasses for the lenses. In order for us to be able to stare at the trading screen for hours at a time, I thought there might be some light issues. We did want to say thank you. A lot of you guys are sending us stuff. Guys, if you want to send us anything, you can send it to 3330 Cobb Parkway, that's C-O-B-B, Ackworth, Georgia, Suite 324, 30101, or you can also email office@bitboycrypto.com, and we will send you the address. We've gotten a lot of letters of encouragement from people that are changing their lives. We actually got 2 today. Very interesting to read. We know we're doing good stuff on this channel, and a lot of people are making money, and they're doing the right thing. They're taking profits, and we love to see that. A lot of you guys have started in your trading journey. We like seeing those stories as well. Definitely pretty cool. But today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, F2 dumping again. Definitely the reason why the Bitcoin price is dropping right now. We're taking a look at crypto.com, some big news that they have going on as well. So let's go ahead and kick it off, guys. 590,000 subscribers. We are approaching the $600,000 subscriber resistance here. And I will say this, is that once we hit 600K, we're going to have a really, really, really big announcement on the channel. So can't wait to tell you guys this. We're going to be doing one of the greatest giveaways in the history of YouTube. Mr. Beast notwithstanding. So, okay. So thank you guys for that. Also, guys, don't forget to check out Hit Network. We got 75.2 thousand subscribers over there. This is where you get access. You'll see some behind-the-scenes footage of TJ eating right there. Look at that. He does eat. It was a croissant. My wife said, what is that?
It was delicious.
Yeah, it's a ham and cheese croissant. That's what he got me as well instead of the cheese Danish that I asked for. Okay, so here we go. We have our Graham Stephan interview. If you want to see some of the behind-the-scenes from that, you can check that out as well. Oh, look, there's Paul. Paul made it to our thumbnail. Paul right there, if you see the guy in the gray shirt in the middle, he is actually a BitSquad member that met us there, and we had a good time with Paul. He kind of ran around with us everywhere we went. He's definitely a good dude. And guys, don't we have a talk with Tony Hawk's people today, TJ?
Yeah, I think that's at 2.
Yeah. At 2 o'clock, we're meeting with Tony Hawk's people. We might be doing some stuff with Tony Hawk. We also got some other interesting big-name celebrities want to get involved with the channel. We'll be telling you guys about soon. Nobody else in crypto is doing this.
That is true.
Nobody else in crypto is drawing the big names like we are. So that's not about me. That's about you. That's about the BitSquad community. People see. The next person we want to get on the channel, I think, is Gary V. I want to get Gary V on, so you guys keep that in mind. We might be tweeting, go into his comments, some stuff. We want to get Gary V on because we want to make sure that he's coming into blockchain with open eyes. Also, guys, we had this video with Crypto today. You guys make sure to come on over to Twitter. We've got 161.3 thousand followers there. Try to get that up to 165 this week or maybe 170. So you guys make sure to all go and follow us there. Then I want you guys to come here and like and retweet this so you guys can see my conversation with Crypto. And then we've got a big video coming out 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time today with Crypto. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin, where it's going in the short term. He gives us some places where you should be taking profits with Bitcoin, which is pretty interesting. I actually took profits on my trade today, which we'll show, and I'll show you why that was. But guys, make sure to like and retweet that so more people can see that video. And then at 6, I've got a big video on Cardano. So let's go into Market Watch here. Let's see here. So Market Watch total market cap, we're hitting the $1.5 trillion resistance level. That does seem to be kind of the new 1 trillion, the new resistance level that's getting kind of hard to get over. Look at this look at that. Do you see that?
Yeah, I saw. I think they added this yesterday.
Wow, they added this yesterday. Now you get Bitcoin dominance and ETH dominance combined. You get 60.5% for Bitcoin, and now Ethereum is 11.9%. You don't see any other project getting up there. Ethereum's still relevant. Don't buy the rumors on Ethereum. It's still going strong. It's going to have a really good month. ETH gas, it shows the gas for, but what's funny is they put Ethereum, but then they're like, yeah, by the way, check out those gas fees.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool stuff. Volume still extremely low. 123 billion. This is what we were seeing when Bitcoin was around $35,000. People are a little apprehensive to trade Bitcoin right now. Pretty interesting. I expected to see a really big surge in trading yesterday, and we didn't get it. So something to keep in mind. Bitcoin right now coming in $48,579. Ethereum coming in. Oh, did you see that? It was $15.59. $15.59. Not just EIP anymore, but also for the price. Cardano still having a little bit of a pullback. Excuse me. The voice still a little hoarse from talking to so many people in Vegas. Which, by the way, we've been getting a lot of comments that I must have had a rough time in Vegas, implying that like we're out there partying and stuff. We don't drink at all or do drugs. Zero. Just so you guys know. Sober for 15 years. Some of you guys saw what I put on Twitter a couple days ago. It just kind of shows like people will do anything they can to attack you in the comments, like literally no basis at all. Like don't even know me, and they're saying pretty crazy stuff in there. But we know people say crazy stuff. That is okay. Cardano $1.25 on a little bit of a pullback. Binance Coin, right neck and neck with Cardano right now. Cardano is going to need to have some price movement in the next few days in order to stay ahead. Tether 35. And then Polkadot as well. I would really like to see Polkadot get above Tether this week. Polkadot had a bit of a pump. I went and checked my Polkadot bags this morning, and they were looking pretty nice. So definitely cool to see. We come over here, look at the 24-hour gainers. Curve down took it. Now, I saw something. The cat, God, he would love me saying his name out loud. The cat said something about someone buying, about PayPal buying Curve. Is that a different Curve? Let's see here. Spend balance with Curve community. I guess that has nothing to do with the cryptocurrency Curve. But there's something about Curve and PayPal this morning. I don't see the link right now, but pretty interesting stuff. But I don't think it is I don't think it's the token. I was just reminded when I saw it at the top. Maybe that's what it's pumping on. Maybe it's not even true. Theta Fuel up 21%. Engine up 21%. Theta 17%. Theta definitely having some good moves here lately. I need to check my Theta bags. I haven't checked those in quite a while. Flow, I don't know anything about Flow. A lot of people have been talking about it. Maybe something we'll look into, the Energy Web token. And just when it comes to Bitcoin, a couple things I wanted to show you guys that are affecting the price right now. Exclusive Goldman Sachs restarts cryptocurrency desk amid Bitcoin boom. Why did they ever stop it? Like, that's the good question here. Goldman Sachs has restarted its cryptocurrency trading desk and will begin dealing Bitcoin futures and non-deliverable forwards for clients from next week, a person familiar with the matter said. Let's see. Desk is part of Goldman's activities within the fast-growing digital asset sector, which also includes projects involving blockchain technology and central bank digital currencies, the person said. The trading desk reboot comes amid growing interest by institutions in Bitcoin, which has soared more than 470% over the past year. The largest cryptocurrency seen by investors in some companies as a hedge against inflation as governments and central banks turn on the stimulus taps. And I'll tell you, it was very interesting in my conversation with Crypto coming out at 2, where we talk about, different ways that, people are hedging with Bitcoin. And it seems like, right now, Goldman Sachs is including that. And, speaking of Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy hedging, they did add Bitcoin holding, or their new Bitcoin holding is $4.38 billion after the latest buy. I mean, I kind of get tired of talking about MicroStrategy every single day, but they do just keep buying more and adding up. I think they've got over 90,000 Bitcoin. They're trying to get much more than that. And very interesting how they're possibly doing this like I said, hedging their current Bitcoin holdings to get more Bitcoin holdings.
And look at their average blended price, too, 24,000 per Bitcoin. So they've got all that Bitcoin, and they've got it at more or less a better price than most people. So
yeah,
got to credit them for that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're adding Bitcoin at higher prices right now.
Yeah.
It is what it is. That's what the kids say. Guys, we're going to look at the Bitcoin price here in the Bitcoin Blood Diamond. I do want to remind you guys, if you guys want to get access to Market Cipher, you guys can do that on bitboycrypto.com/deals. I guess the February deal's over. I need to reach out to CryptoFace and get a new deal going on with that. But let me tell you, Market Cipher works so well. It's unbelievable. So many people are telling us they're finally making money trading. And I know people have said that for a long time who use it. But that's primarily, I've kind of made some decisions on the channel about some stuff. I think primarily, we are just going to focus on Market Cipher when we look at these charts. Like, drawing lines and making guesses based on where the lines and the resistance and the support's great. But if we just watch Market Cipher, we're going to know what to do. And a lot of you guys have been talking about, a way to kind of copy my trades. And Bybit doesn't have that option like Prime XBT does. And so, I don't know. It's something I'm considering. I'm considering trying to figure out if we need, some way that when I execute trades, that can fire off to somewhere else. Just because I want you guys to be able to track along with what I'm doing, not just come on once every day and then tell you guys what I'm doing. Because what I'm doing with Bitcoin has drastically changed in the last 3 hours, okay? So here we are on the 1 hour chart for Bitcoin. I want to show you guys what has appeared here, okay? Now, I want you guys see these diamonds, these little tiny diamonds. Well, God, I hate the way this works sometimes. There's a tiny diamond. Here's a tiny red diamond. You get these tiny red diamonds. And basically what these means is that when you get this, it could be, heading to a bearish trend, okay? But then when you get a big red blood diamond, this is the big red blood diamond. And when you get the blood red diamond with the red X stacked beneath it, God, what a terrible drawing job that was. When you guys get the red diamond with the red X, that means the price is going down, okay? Now, how low is it going to go down? Well, on the hourly chart, it's not going to be as bad as other hours. Let's see on the 2 hour chart. I'll go ahead and remove the indicators here. When you look at the 2 hour chart, it doesn't show up. 3 hour, it doesn't show up. 4 hour chart, it is a little bearish right now, but it could change very quickly. And I think it will change. We're actually hunting out a position right now to get back into a trade. I got out at $48,700. It did go all the way up to $50,299, I think, yesterday or overnight, or maybe it was late last evening. I thought we were going to push above 50K. Everything seemed very bullish, but we did get rejected at 50K and it went back down. I still feel very confident about my trade we'll talk about in a second. It would have ultimately worked out, but I'm trying to do more trades to get the challenge, the 10K to 100K challenge, instead of just one giant trade and be patient and wait for it. So we got out of that position. We're hunting another position. And what caused me to do this? Well, obviously, like I said a second ago, it was this 1 hour chart. On the 1 hour chart, when you get the blood diamond and the red X, and then look how far right now it is at the low. It is still going down, $48,195. It was just a second ago. It just popped up $60. But I'm now looking for a position. I don't think that we're going to get a really large dump, but we're going to look at F2 pool dumping a little bit later. And so it could be a pretty dramatic fall. I have seen some people on Twitter saying that maybe this was not the bottom. Maybe this 43,000 was not the bottom. I still think that it was. We'll see. It could be wrong, but we'll just have to see how far down these people can push the price. I mean, it's going below 48,000 right now. That's the low of the last 24 hours. Yeah, definitely the low. Yeah, definitely the low, I think, of the last 24 hours or so, somewhere thereabouts. So when we look back, here's the thing, though, guys. When you look at the money flow, the green, we're still good on the money flow. So when we go back and we look at the last time we got blood diamonds, okay? The last time we got blood diamonds on Market Cypher, and guys, if you guys like Market Cypher and want to know more about it, make sure to smash that like button because this is something I think this is the new angle of the channel for TA. Like, I think we are really just going to teach you guys how to use this and how I crush the markets with it. Like, I've gone from being a terrible trader to making a lot of money trading. Never before have I been able to do this because I really understand Market Cypher a lot better. Let's look at the last time we got these, okay? Here you got 2 red blood diamonds. Let's look at the correction that was from when we got them. It would have been all the way down to like a 9% correction. That's a really big correction for Bitcoin in like one day. So we go back on the hourly chart. Let's see if we can find some more blood diamonds. And pretty much you'll see whenever you get blood diamonds, you do get large drops. Here's another one right here. Okay. Now this one right here, we did get a blood diamond. As you can see, it didn't fall very much, but that would have been kind of close to the peak. But ultimately you can see like it did fall. That was kind of the beginning warning sign, but it still had a little bit of a pump in it. I don't think we're going to be able to look back and find any blood diamonds that did not have pretty significant drops afterwards. I mean, you guys can just see, you see all the red blood diamonds, they should stand out right there, right there. When the action is really bullish, they're not going to go down as much, and that's one thing to keep in mind. But because of that, we are now waiting for some confirmation that we're near the bottom of this drop before getting back in. So I'm going to show you guys what I did with the trading competition here. Well, I did want to show the Nupal real quick here. This is the Nupal, guys, just kind of an update on where that is. We haven't really pushed up anything bullish on the Nupal. We're still on the way down with it, regardless of Bitcoin going up to 50K again. And I think that's really good. I mean, we don't want to see this Nupal get too high. So just kind of a check on the Nupal right now. I think if you look at the all chart for the Nupal, you can actually now on the right side at the top, you can now see the drop. So we'd like to see it drop a little bit further, but that means Bitcoin may go bearish, and we don't want that either. So just something to keep in mind, guys. All right, so heading on over to my trade right here on Bybit. And of course, if you guys want to get to Bybit, we'll look at how to do that in a second. But right now, in our 10K to 100K challenge, we're sitting at $42,640. Last week, we started with $10,000, 8 days ago. 8 days ago, $10,000. We are now at $42,651. Look at our close profit and loss. You'll see we did have some losses. These were on the plane, but then look at this. Our biggest gain of the competition so far, 0.565 BTC. We made half a Bitcoin. Starting with a pretty small position, we were down to about $15,000 in the account, which we were still up $5,000 overall, but we were able to make that trade, get half a bitty. And now we're actually in a position to where if we play this right, we could turn this next dip into 100K. If possible.
Did you refresh that Nupal, or was it?
Did I refresh? Yes, I did.
Somebody said it was February 28th still.
Oh, is that what it said?
I don't know. I'm sure you refreshed it here, but yeah.
No, but that's a custom. Oh, it says custom. Wait, I had it on all. I selected all. That's weird. Yeah, so the zoom right here is on. That's custom. If I select that, it does custom, but it's not because I had it on all. So this is all. Yeah, the chart's correct.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, chart is correct. I would see why they would think that.
It does look like it, yeah.
That's because if I selected a custom range,
that would be it.
That would be in play. But I don't have custom range selected. I have all selected. So we got that going on. But anyways, guys, if you want to take part in our trading competition or you want to join Bybit, get some rewards so you guys can trade like we do on the channel using Market Cypher, head on over to bitboycrypto.com/Bybit. Click right here to join the trading competition. If you need a tutorial or you need a VPN, you guys can get that information right there. But to look at the trading competition, I accidentally joined my own trading competition too late. So it's only showing a 2% gain for me right now, a 2.87% gain, number 220. But I did 180% on that trade, which actually started a few hours before the trading competition. But, some of you guys are up pretty good. Lily coming in 300%. Now, I do think in the last contest, the person who started out at the top, they got up like 1,500% and just stayed there. 300% is definitely not enough to do that. So Lily going to be having to make some more trades. But we are giving $6,000 away. Let's see how many people we have sign up. Still 693. Now I'm at 209 because but the gain dropped just a little bit there. My ranking went up, but my gain dropped. So that was just from the trail end of that trade. So we'll try to get in the top 10 by the end of the competition. But like I said, right now, when it comes to trading, I'm definitely looking for a good position. We're up right now $32,000 in this account since we started last week. $27,000 gain yesterday if you're going by US dollar value. As far as our 1K to 10K challenge, we've got so many challenges going on right now. It's very challenging to keep up with. You guys know we have Nord Finance. It's absolutely crushed it over the last 24 hours. And it is important to note, like I do want to point this out. This Nord Finance information was 100% public. It's not like I came up with this idea for Nord Finance to put in a video. Literally, all we did was go to Tokenmetrics, select their index, which is all done by AI, by the way. All AI, all automation, quant technology comes up with this stuff. All we did is we just went and found the lowest cap one that they had there. That was on the all exchanges. Their number 2 ranked or number 3 ranked coin for the month. So we did it. It was already on a huge pump, and of course it did continue going up. So at this point, we probably will take some profits off of this for the challenge and maybe allocate, maybe half of that somewhere else. We do have Frontier, and I do want to point this out, guys, because I do want to say this about Frontier. When it comes to Frontier, you have to keep in mind for this challenge, we're doing things a little bit differently than we're doing in our personal holdings. We've sold 0 Frontier in our personal holdings, over the last few weeks. In terms of the challenge, we did sell out of Frontier yesterday just because it was time to reallocate some profits to somewhere else and try to make some progress in this challenge. So that is what we did. We are still super bullish on Frontier, but it may be 2 months before it goes on a really, really big run again. It could be next week. It could be the week after. But we're making, more strategic moves for the challenge because we have a smaller stack. So don't want anybody to think we're still not bullish on Frontier. We love Frontier. We think this is going to be a massive project. It's going to go on Coinbase probably this year, I would say. And when that happens, all bets are off. 1 inch kind of moving around. Hyper getting back up. Hyper actually was on Tokenmetrics as one of its top coins for the month as well. Not on the index, but in terms of the rankings on their information. So still waiting for these two. Now that we have Nord Finance, it's gone up and we can kind of move maybe some profits around with that for the challenge. We may be able to diversify and get us some more projects, but that's kind of what we're thinking for the challenge right now. And we're supposed to be getting that page redone for the website where you guys can follow along so it looks a little better. We know it doesn't look great. New website should be launching any day now. It's done. It's done. We're waiting for one thing to go on it that we have to make, and then that'll be good. Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk about ETH and ADA. Kind of looking at their charts as well. Here's Ethereum, and this is on Coinbase. Why is that on Coinbase? I don't want Coinbase. Maybe because I drone. Is that the past tense of draw? Drone?
Drawn.
Drew is the best.
Druin.
Done
did drawn.
I done did that. Okay, guys. So here we go. I want to show you guys some stuff on the Ethereum chart, and then we're going to talk about Cardano a little bit as well. You guys see this blue triangle right here, and it's important to understand that Market Cipher works very well with altcoins as well. When it comes to a lot of guys that do technical analysis, it's hard for them to really chart altcoins. They don't really like doing it for the most part because it is very dependent upon Bitcoin. But Market Cipher takes all of that stuff into consideration. I would still think when leverage trading, I'm still primarily doing Bitcoin, but we will do an Ethereum trading contest where we will go back to trading Ethereum. Trading Ethereum is more challenging, but it can often be more rewarding. So we will be going back to trading Ethereum here pretty soon, I think. I think it's going to be a good month to trade Ethereum, so we'll probably start that competition right after the current competition we have right now on Bybit. But a couple of things I want you guys to notice here, okay? This blue triangle here, it means a trend reversal. We had gotten these yellow X's here. That was the big dump. This is on the 4-hour chart here. We got this big dump. And now the price started going back up, and we got the blue triangle. I double circled it there. That's a double circle, okay? Let me delete the outer one, actually, because it's just so big. I can't do it. I hate how you have to come over here to the cursor and then click it to delete it instead of just having the brush. That's the one thing I don't like about drawing on here. But the fact is, since we got that, even with this dump that we're having right now, it hasn't gone below this candle, okay? That was a very non-straight line, but it hasn't gone below this candle. To me, that says, we're still bullish. But the other thing I wanted you guys to look at is this green line down here. As you guys see the green line, that means that we are oversold. That means the price, basically that means it's undervalued. The price should be higher right now based on all the conditions. And usually that means people are pushing the price down. And I think that is definitely still what we're seeing with Ethereum. I don't know when it's going to end. But I do believe that it is, in fact, undervalued at the moment. So something to keep an eye on with ETH. I do think we are going to have a very powerful rally. But that doesn't mean like today the price is going to the moon, obviously. I mean, when you look here at MarketCypher, you see the red dot at the end of the momentum wave. We could definitely get some downward action here. And I think that it looks like we're going to. Quick look back at Bitcoin. Just want to see what the price is. 47.9 right now. Doesn't look like we're seeing anything to indicate that this little dump that we're having is over. And we will look at why that is a little bit later in the stream. Now let's move on to Cardano. I think every day we're going to be showing the ETH and the Cardano charts and what MarketCypher is saying about it. Because I do want to point out a couple things to you guys about MarketCypher and how well it works. If you think you just can use this for leverage trading, that's not necessarily the truth. If you look here, you see a green dot at the bottom on the momentum wave for Cardano. You see one right here, and then you see one right here. And I think this is really important for you guys to see with Cardano, okay? When we look at the moves that Cardano has had since it got these green dots, now nothing massively bearish. The green dots that show up at the very bottom of that green bar down there, those are more bullish. As you guys can see, we don't have any of those. It's more bullish because it means that it's had severe bear action. So it's been super bearish. When you get that green dot, at that point, it should go super bullish. When the green dot is just on the momentum wave itself and not appearing down below on the green bar there, or sometimes it's a red bar, that means that the momentum is turning, but it hasn't gone down low enough to snap like a rubber band. That notwithstanding, if you look at Cardano's rise here, you guys can see from that one to here, you're looking at 187%. And I would be very quick to point out here that I don't look at the green dots on the top momentum waves. I don't even look at those. I don't pay attention because it's already bullish, right? The red dots here can be spots to exit positions, but I'm really looking at the green dots on the momentum waves on the bottom. So come over here and you look at this one. Let me lock this. Come look at this one right here. Now, this was almost a big green dot at the bottom. Let's see, that was on this candle here. And then on that next little run, 53% move, okay? And then when you look at this one here, the most recent one, you saw that we had a 70% move. So these are pretty strong indications of what Cardano is doing. So we just kind of zoom in on what Cardano is doing like right now at this moment. We did get a blood diamond, and you guys can see it was pretty severe. We got a big move that would have been from $1.30 all the way down to $1.20. Still, it's looking like $1.10 may end up being the bottom because you can see here and then here, we made a higher low up here. So that means that it's still actually trending bullish. And that big red candle right there is a blessing for a lot of you guys because that gives you another spot to get in. And when you look at this candle compared to this one over here, it looks pretty similar. So I can expect, I think we will see some upward momentum for Cardano in the near future. But we're looking down here at the bottom of this momentum wave, and we're waiting for this thing to print a green dot, that's a good sign that the price should be going up. We looked at the last ones. From the last green dots on the bottom of the minimum waves, we got 190%, 70%, and I can't remember, maybe 60%. Can't remember what the other one was. Now, as far as Cardano goes right now, a lot of people think that Cardano is now going to Moon. And this boils down to what they're calling, I'll move to the next one, what they're calling the Mary Hard Fork. Mary Hard Fork? I barely know her. If you guys don't know, that comes from one of my older videos. That was quite funny. You guys can look that up. I love the 2010s. Maybe just search that. But Cardano becomes a multi-asset blockchain with today's hard fork. Enabling new tokens is a step on the path to smart contract functionality. What are they talking about? They're talking about the Cardano native tokens. And I think this is something we really need to pay attention. When it comes to Polkadot, I'm invested in a ton of Polkadot IDOs. I'll just tell you guys that. We talked about some of the ones. One of you I'm really watching right now, Unido, UNIDO. That's one I'm invested in, to be disclosure, but it's one I'm really watching. It's got a really solid team doing really well. And then also Polka Markets is another one that I'm really watching out for. Antimatter is another one. There's a lot of these projects that I'm in, they're on Polkadot. But I was a little late to the party on these. Like Polka Starter, for instance, I missed that one. A lot of people did really well with that one, and I missed it because I wasn't quite enough on the cutting edge of what was happening. I saw this in DeFi as well. When DeFi really became popular, like, a little bit late to jump in, right? NFTs, we were early. I think we were very early on NFTs. So to be fair to our team here, we've done a good job on some things on getting early. Obviously, in general, we've been early in crypto. You guys are still early as well. But the thing is that these native tokens on Cardano could be the next big thing. So we're going to want to really monitor this, really watch this, see what develops, see what coins get launched on Cardano. I believe that this could be the thing that could eventually, over this bull run, send Cardano to the moon. And it all starts with this hard fork. Now, when we saw the last hard fork, Brady Dale. I like Brady Dale. Brady Dale did a story about me when nobody knew me. It was just a quote at a Tron conference, so it wasn't great. But I like Brady. He's a nice guy. That's the most important thing to me, if somebody's a nice guy or a nice lady. So the thing is to keep in mind about this fork here, okay? This is called the Mary Hard Fork. It will allow users to create new tokens that run on Cardano natively, just as ADA does. And you got to understand the structure of Cardano is different than the structure of Ethereum. Enabling new tokens was one of the first big use cases that caught on for Ethereum, enabling 2017's multi-billion-dollar initial coin offering splurge. Is this the liquidity event? Is this it, you think, TJ?
No, I don't think so. I think it's still the Grayscale Trust is what he's talking about.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he knows all of these things were coming all at the same time, and it was gonna provide a lot of upward action. But yeah. I think there's still more coming.
Yeah, I think this. I don't know. Like, think about all the liquidity that a bunch of new tokens and investable assets on Cardano would bring. I don't know. Just saying. Something to look at. We still don't know what that was yet. We don't know. Maybe we should have Chuck on.
Yeah.
Do you think I should call him Chuck now?
No, I don't think.
You don't think so? You don't think he would like that?
I don't know. We'll have to ask him next time he's on how he feels about that.
He's a good sport.
Yeah, he is. I don't think he'd care too much. He just doesn't really strike me as a Chuck. He's more of a Charles. Yeah.
I like old Hosky pretty good.
Hosky I like too.
Yeah, old Hosky's pretty good.
By the way, I did find PayPal is acquiring Curve, not Curve with an E like we're used to, but a different Curve that is
CURV.
Yeah.
But not CRV, CURV.
CURV.
Yeah, it is different.
But it's still notable news.
I wonder if that's why Curve's pumping, though.
Yeah, probably.
I think it is. It probably is. That's probably what people think it is.
Yeah.
So we're setting the record straight on Curve. People will say now we're fudding it. we're fudding it based on fake news.
But it is still a big deal.
It is a big deal for PayPal.
Yeah.
And do you think that will have an effect on cryptocurrency?
It's just another sign of what's coming. You know, like everything's moving in that direction. You're going to be able to hold digital assets in PayPal. You know, and this tech is going to make it easier for them to do that. So, yeah, it's positive. It's all bullish.
Yeah. Is this it right here, the Curve card?
No, it's CURV, no E.
CURV.
CURV.co.
CURV, no E.
No, .co.
Do you see what I typed in?
I see what you typed in. I see what you typed in.
CURV, no E. Let's see what comes up. Sorry, I'm just not very smart on this. Okay, let's type it in here and see what comes up. Curve digital assets. Oh, it is digital assets.
Yeah,
Look at this. Wow. Okay. Pretty big deal. Pretty big deal here, guys. PayPal bought this. They're getting ready. Oh, this is going to be their custodian, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what the story was.
Yeah.
Is that what you just said?
I don't know if I said
Oh, thank God, because if you said it, I miss it most of the time anyways.
I put a link on the Trello card to a Yahoo story on the whole thing.
Well, that's pretty good. This is pretty good. Institutional standard for digital asset security. Because I think after seeing all the Robinhood stuff, I think PayPal's got to realize, like, if they don't allow people to withdraw their crypto, they're going to get crushed by other places that do offer that. Or at least it's going to affect their business on some level.
Look at it right at the top. Algorand partner. That's interesting.
Oh, we love Algorand.
Yeah.
We think Algorand's got potential to be one of the biggest players in the space.
Yeah. I know you love their tech.
Look at the marketing here. Look at the marketing. Curve and Algorand partner. Look at this. Our Algorand bag is probably going to look real good. Wow, I like this. This is really great. Really great news. Okay, guys. So anyways, the long and the short of this story is, and here's what I really want you guys to focus on this Cardano story. Like, yes, this could be the next big thing that could cause it to moon. But the other thing is, following all of the other hard forks, or I don't know if that's true, following the last couple of hard forks, I'll say this, going back to the full rollout of Shelly, it's made the price go through the roof every time. So, I mean, keep in mind, this thing was around 5 to 8 cents. And we were certainly, buying Cardano at some of those rates early in the year, not as much as we should have been, and things like that. If you guys want to know how much Cardano we have, we're actually going to say it, I think, in the video tonight, if you guys are curious on that. But we decided we're going to be like a little more transparent about how much we own of what, right? Like, that's something we decided to do, TJ?
Yeah, I think, we saw, after talking with Graham, he really shows all the numbers, all the details, everything, and, says there's really nothing wrong with it. So we're just going to be as transparent as possible about all our holdings.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So I think that's something we can do, something we can offer you guys so you know how much we have of what. So you can really see we put our money where our mouth is, because we're never afraid to be transparent, because everything we do can be shown transparently, because I share everything. TJ, would you consider me to be an oversharer?
You took the words right out of my mouth. You are definitely an oversharer.
Yeah, oversharer. Okay, so next we've got Bitcoin ETF, right? So we got CBOE kicks off Bitcoin ETF clock with Van Eck filing. What does this remind you of, TJ?
2017?
2018.
2018?
You were close. You were close.
I was either end of 2017.
And 2019.
Yeah. Basically the last 3 years.
How many times did you read this sentence back then?
Yeah.
The SEC now has 45 days to either approve or disapprove the application or extend the review period. I learned way more about the SEC process for ETFs than I ever cared to know.
Exactly.
So basically what this means is that I think it's 100 and I'm going to try to see this off memory. I think it's 180 days total that they have. Yeah, that is right. They have 3 opportunities to extend the approval process, right? And here's the thing. This is where the clickbait comes in for the mainstream media. Guys, clickbait. It's not just for YouTube. This is clickbait here, because what they're saying is the SEC now has 45 days to either approve or disapprove the application. That's what they want you to focus on. They want you to focus on this 45 days number, like this thing's coming really, really soon. But in reality, that's not the case. And TJ, what is 6 months? Let's just say, right, because that would be 180 days. What is 6 months from now? It's March.
September. And yeah.
Pretty interesting, isn't it? What's supposed to occur in September?
I was going to say, I was going to ask you, what's the significance of September in your mind?
It's the end of the bull market, guys. September, end of the bull market. You guys get ready. On this channel, we ain't going to dice words with you. We're going to tell you when it's over. Other people might be afraid to do that. If you watch this channel, you're going to be prepared. September 28th should be the end of this bull run. Now, it's very interesting when you look at a story like this, and it says 45 days, but you actually realize it has 180 days to approve or disapprove it, because basically they have 3 options to extend the review period, and each time will add 45 more minutes, or 45 more days. But the interesting thing is, when you look back at the history of SEC ETF decisions, they literally always take as much of the time as possible. They never come out just like, oh, you know what, we approve it. They spend a lot of time talking about it and getting more information. And with every passing month, they'll get more information and things like that. So, in my opinion, I think this will end up probably getting approved. I think this won't get approved. I think it will. I think what's going to happen is the numbers are going to get so insane for Bitcoin this year that it's going to be harder by the end of this run to manipulate the prices. And that's what the SEC is concerned with. They don't like the fact that Elon Musk can come out and tweet about Bitcoin and it can pump 10% in a day. Well, when the market cap of Bitcoin is $10 trillion instead of $800 billion, an Elon Musk tweet is not going to pump Bitcoin. There's just going to be too much money in this and things like that. So I think this is ultimately the one we will see get approved. But, we're not close to that yet, in my opinion. So a little bit more, if you didn't know CBOE, the Chicago Board Options Exchange, CME, also in Chicago Mercantile Exchange. But they've officially filed to list shares of VanEck, Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund. Now, an ETF is basically kind of a way for people to invest in a different way, like basically through exchanges. That's what the E stands for, Exchange Traded Fund. The SEC, it's 240 days. I was wrong. Look at that, 240 days. The SEC can extend the review period up to 240 days, which actually put it even 2 months past that. So maybe even into November, which you guys know, I say the altcoin run is going to end on Halloween. So still right in that same range. 240 days for it to make its final decision. Historically, the SEC has rejected every Bitcoin ETF application, including previous efforts by VanEck. VanEck ETF was the hopium in 2018. This was the thing that we clung on to all through 2019, that when this gets approved, and something funny happened on the way to rejection, we started getting other bullish stuff that kind of took the focus off of it. Industry participants say a Bitcoin ETF will allow retail traders to invest in a regulated Bitcoin product without needing to invest in cryptocurrency directly, because God forbid we were to put money in real crypto. Institutions may also be more willing to invest in a Bitcoin ETF than in the cryptocurrency I guess we're talking about Bitcoin specifically here. But it just sounds funny, right? It's like Gary Vee saying the blockchain.
Yeah.
The blockchain. He got kind of criticized for that a little bit. We like Gary Vee. We want Gary Vee to come on the channel. Should we make a tweet right now about that?
Not right now. Maybe.
Not right now.
We're going to do some more with NFTs soon, and I think having him follow up on that discussion would be good.
Yeah. Crypto Stash coming on the channel talking NFTs today.
If you want to take a quick look back at the Bitcoin price, people in California just woke up and obviously decided to sell this morning.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Look at that. We are still seeing the price of Bitcoin dropping. It looks like we did have a little bit of a move up. Went all the way down to 47,365. Just a reminder on my trade, what I did with that, I had exited at 48,694. Man, I wish I would have taken those profits at 50,000, but you know what? It is what it is. We locked in profits. We made money. That's all you can do. You can't really look back with a regret when you make, a large percentage return. So
now we're looking to get back in.
Yeah, we are looking to get back in right now. And so looking at the chart, looks like we got a big momentum wave building here. Like kind of when you guys look and see this large of a white section, you don't even see the regular blue here on this momentum wave. This is a big sign of a drop, I think. Looking back, I mean, this is the biggest crest to that wave that I've seen. So, and I think we're going to get into F2 pool here in a minute, and that's going to kind of tell the story of what's happening right now, as usual. Okay, guys, so here we go. We got CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap websites are now inaccessible from India. Looks like the government is blocking them. And guys, how much not much to this story here, huh? That's all it says.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it is.
That's all it is. Not much more. We see this all the time is what I'm trying to say. We see these countries trying to ban Bitcoin all the time. That's a question I get a lot. I had a question from a reporter that was talking to me about a couple things a few weeks ago. What's going to happen if they ban crypto? Guys, it's literally not possible. It's open source code. It's computer code.
It's a software, yeah.
It's a software. Like you can't ban, and it's open source. So it's not, the thing is, right, if there was one company that was behind Bitcoin and they had access to the Bitcoin network, and they had like a fail-safe switch or something, like that would be centralized. They could shut it down. They can ban it. What do you think a good comparison is? This would be comparable to what? Like trying to ban Minecraft?
Yeah, or...
Wait, I meant Minesweeper, not Minecraft. I meant Minesweeper.
Well,
I went old school with the games there.
Yeah, I mean, what is interesting to me is this question comes up all the time, and like if you pull up that, we were going to show that meme. If you Google,
hold on, I'll pull that up.
Government banning Bitcoin meme, it comes right up. But what's interesting to me with this is like people think it's so scary. Like, oh, if the government bans Bitcoin, won't the price crash? And it's like, well, no. We see it happens all the time. And the price always just spikes. Like the price goes way up, the demand goes up. It's harder to get, so it drives. The supply and demand economics kick in. And really, like you were saying, they can't really ban Bitcoin. All they can do is make it difficult to get. They can try to regulate the
key
on ramps and off ramps, which is what we're seeing here in India. They're trying to not let you see what's going on with it, trying to make it difficult to buy on exchanges. But it's internet peer-to-peer store value that you can send back and forth, and there's no way they can stop that from happening. They can try, but every time they do, it's counterproductive, like a lot of the government's initiatives.
Yeah, let's talk about the drug war, guys. How's that drug war going? Pretty good, right?
Right. War on drugs. They're finally waving the white flag.
Yeah, the cartel's giving up. Cartel's giving up. Maybe they finally won't come to my house and try to kill me.
There's the meme there. Yeah.
There it is. There's the meme. The government banning Bitcoin. And here's a funny story, TJ. I haven't told you this. Which is we are looking at, or we are building a new house. We bought some property, real excited about it. Community, close by. And the first house we went and looked at in the neighborhood was a model home. And so they pulled us up to the model home, and we parked on the road. And I started walking up to. I should have got a picture of it. It literally had no fence, but there was just a gate in the driveway. It looked just like this meme. It was literally just a gate with nothing. We literally parked on the side and just walked around the gate to the house. I said, it reminds me of that meme. And of course, the real estate lady looked at me like I was crazy. So she was like, what meme, So it was pretty funny because this really is what this is like, guys. The government banning Bitcoin. This is why privacy coins are not going away, by the way. This is why gun ammo prices go out of control. When it comes, I had to buy some ammo recently for my Mag 7. Or my 7, for my 7 mag. So that backwards. For my 7 mag, I had to go buy some hunting rifle I had to go buy some ammo for it. I had to go on a gun broker website and get it. And I had to pay 10 times more than it cost because the ammo costs have gone through the roof over the last year thanks to the pandemic and all this stuff. I was just fortunate to be able to get it, period, right? Why does that happen? Fear. Fear actually drives the prices up. The more they tell people that you can't sell crack on the street, the more they go and try to sell crack on the street. The more scared the crackheads are, okay? And you can apply that to everything. You can apply it to ammo. You can apply it to privacy coins. You can apply it to cryptocurrency. The more they tell people, and I know people in India, and people in India have told me that they laugh at this so hard when they see this stuff because, I don't know if you know this, but India is a pretty tech-heavy country. They know how to get around this stuff. If you're interested in crypto and you live in India, you know still how to buy it. You still know how to research it. And I actually met a guy, this is funny, when we were at the Bitcoin 2019 conference, I was walking down the street in San Francisco, and a guy left the conference with me. He was just walking on the street randomly at the same time, and I walked by him, and he said, I've seen your YouTube channel. I was like, yeah, I do YouTube. I was like, wow, you're really one of only 3 people in the world that have seen my channel at that point, so it was really cool that I happened to be walking next to that guy. And he told me, he said, I actually work in the Indian government. And I was like, really? That's interesting. And his whole thing in the government is there's a big split in the Indian government between people that are pro-Bitcoin and pro-cryptocurrency and people that are against it. And he said he's like a lobbyist within his own government trying to get people on board with it. And that's why he was on the conference or at the conference trying to gather materials and stuff for it. It's a big dicey thing there. It's a big dicey thing. It's not as cut and dry as just oh, hey, we're banning Bitcoin. The people there want it. The people there can find ways to buy it. And then also on top of that, there's elements of the government that also want to make it legal. But we just see India always, the government acting like they're bipolar with cryptocurrency. That's what I've noticed for sure with it.
Yep.
So, all right, well, let's move on here. Let's talk about this story. Bullish Bitcoin miners see selling for the first time since 2020. So that's our dude Crypto Man there.
Yeah, this was what we talked about yesterday. Like, basically, it
Yes.
stopped yesterday.
This is what Lark had said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys like my Lark shirt, by the way?
Yeah. Some did, some didn't.
Some people don't like it. Some people think that it makes me look like I'm on vacation. And I'm like, I'm working all the time, guys. There's no vacation. We work. We were saying this. We actually probably get more work done on our vacations than most people do in a week.
Yeah.
Except for you that watch this channel, because you guys are doing a lot. We appreciate all you.
Got a lot of hard workers here.
A lot of hard workers on the channel. We saw that for sure. Data shows that Bitcoin miners have ceased taking profit and have started to once again hoard BTC for the first time since mid to late December 2020. What's notable about this is the fact that the leading cryptocurrency by market cap appreciated in price by more than double during the sustained selling. If that's the case, what happens now with miners once again withholding any BTC from entering the already limited supply available to buyers? Bitcoin miners go back to holding. Let's see here. Now, this was basically what Lark had shared. Lark had shared this on his Twitter account, this chart that basically showed when they had started, it stopped selling. Well, very interesting. We come over here to CryptoQuant and we look at F2 Pool here. You guys could see, well, F2 Pool, they've kind of crashed the party again. So while everybody else, and this is the thing, there we go. This is the thing about F2 Pool. The people dumping just continue to dump regardless of what the other miners are doing. This is the important thing to take away from this. The other mining pools are not doing this close to the scale or the inconsistency that F2 Pool is. That's why we continue to talk about them on this channel. We will continue to say this. They can say their little defenses on Twitter, like, Bitcoin, blah, 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 blah. I don't give a F what you say, okay? We're going to continue to report on what's real because there's people in our community that get hurt by that. And we will continue to stand up for you guys, and we'll continue to call these people out. We're starting to see some effects of having some enemies these days. And guess what? I still ain't scared. Still ain't scared. Come at me. That's what I got to say to you. Do you like it when I tell them to come at me, TJ?
I mean, depends on who you're talking to.
Hey, TJ got pretty riled up this weekend at the meetup by a couple of people, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't respond well to scammers.
Oh, you want to shout out the other guy too?
No, I did want to say hey to my buddy MP3. He was in the chat yesterday hyping up Voyager.
Yeah.
And I've never met anybody who loves Voyager as much as MP3. He's a good guy.
Voyager.
He actually says that it is impervious to the bear market. And when everything else is going down, when the bear market comes, Voyager will not go down.
Voyager's the next Bitcoin.
That's what he said, word for word. Voyager is the next Bitcoin. So shout out to
like Voyager. I'm not making fun of Voyager.
No, I'm not either. Yeah. Again, Voyager's nothing wrong with it.
Interesting take. Hot take.
Interesting take.
Hot take. But we will be talking about Voyager one day this week. And also, guys, we will be having a kind of unusual day on Thursday. I did have a death in the family over the weekend. Very sad situation. So I'm going to be attending a funeral on Thursday morning during our regular live stream. It is in another state, so I won't be able to get back here until late in the evening. So I think we're going to live stream on Thursday night. Is that correct, TJ?
Yeah.
So you guys can be on the lookout for that. We won't have regular show on Thursday morning. Did just want to let everybody know about that. But when you look at Tuple and what they're doing, you guys can see in 1 hour, and look at this, guys. It's literally like 1 hour after the peak. And you guys can see they sold off 2,060 Bitcoin in an hour. 2,060 times, let's just say 50,000. We'll just say 2,000 times 50,000 would be $100 million.
Yep.
$100 million in an hour. Hey, those 8 complicated math problems in the morning are really doing me wonders. That's my alarm clock, by the way. You guys would see this if you watch the Hidden Network show. I have to solve 8 complicated math problems every single morning with just my brain to turn my alarm clock off. That is the secret to my success. That's literally the alarm clock that saved my entire life. Or else I would probably still be asleep right now. Okay, guys. So that's what's happening with F2 Pool. When we go back here, though, and we look at let me refresh it. We go back here to F2 Pool and we look at the day. You guys can see, I mean, they sold out yesterday. They sold off 7,000 in one day, which would be $350 million of Bitcoin in one day. And you guys can obviously see how that aligns with the top here. I mean, they are just selling tops the best they can possibly do. And if we can ever figure out who some of those selling addresses are connected to, I'm going to tell you it's going to be a bad day. We got a big mining expose video coming up soon. We're trying to dig into a lot of that. Some of the information is hard to find, obviously, by nature. Check out Crypto.com, guys. They got some pretty big news here. Aston Martin Formula One team adds Crypto.com to partner roster. We recently saw Bybit partner with a German soccer team. Now we've got Crypto.com partnering with Aston Martin. The trading platform has inked a deal with the racing team of British luxury car manufacturer Aston Martin. Aston Martin or Lambo? If you're an Aston Martin guy, type Aston Martin. If you're a Lambo guy, type Lambo.
Not even close.
Yeah, not even close.
I'm not a big Aston Martin guy.
No, I think to like Aston Martin, I think you have to be into like Mr. Bean and is that British, right?
It is British, yeah.
Yeah, you got to be into Mr. Bean. If you love Mr. Bean, you are furiously typing Aston Martin right now. And then also, the car is getting chased across the screen by a police officer. So we see that a lot in British comedy. Okay, both companies were mum. They use the word mum. Did they? You can. Who is this? Nathan DiCamillo. I want this guy on my writing team.
That's funny.
If he wrote that on purpose because that's what people in Britain call their mums, then I'm over the moon with this guy. Both companies were mum on what the deal entails. That sounds like something I would say. But said in a press release, the brands will collaborate to bring exclusive experiences and opportunities to traders and fans of the sport. Not support.
Wow, a lot of Aston Martin fans in the chat.
Wow, I'm taking Lambo all day, every day. Yeah. Guys, don't be confused. We are still getting a Lambo.
Interesting.
Looking into a new building, and once we get that, Lambo may be on the way. For Aston Martin, 2021 marks the end of a 60-year hiatus from Formula One racing. Oh, it's new. It's coming back, like when Dodge came back to NASCAR. Cloud services firm NetApp was announced as a partner. Car industry has taken advantage of Bitcoin in the past as a means of payment for big-ticket items. Last week, Italian supercar manufacturer Mazzanti announced it was accepting Bitcoin and launching its own security token. In addition to its $1.5 billion investment, Tesla also announced it would allow customers to purchase products with BTC. We should purchase something from Tesla.
Okay.
What should we purchase from them?
They have these short shorts that might look great on you.
Ooh, I like that because I don't want to buy a Tesla car.
Go
I'm not with electric cars, guys. I'm sorry.
Look them up real quick.
Look them up?
Yeah.
Tesla shorts?
Yeah, Tesla short shorts.
Tesla short came right up. How about that? Wow. Okay. I think those are female though.
They are.
Okay. Wow. Look at this.
They made that when people were trying to short the price of Bitcoin.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah. I don't even think.
Oh, here's someone actually wearing them.
I think it was a limited run.
Limited run. Yeah, they had a good run. And I'm saying wow, not because of all the ladies on the screen. I'm saying wow because TJ suggesting I get in those things.
It'd be great for the stream.
Yeah. Well, you could. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop right now. I'm going to get in trouble. Sorry. We've said a few unfamily-friendly innuendos or maybe just unfamily-friendly things in the last few days. I want you guys to know it's safe for your kids to watch the show. We have a lot of kids that watch the show, and we appreciate that for sure. So we like the idea that it can be a family show. My son asked my wife this morning, he said, what's up with my Bitcoin investment? Dad said it's pumping. So he's 9. So you guys know the kind of kids I raise. But back to Crypto.com, guys. Just remember, you guys can go to bitboycrypto.com/deals. We do have a Crypto.com card deal here. You get $25 for free when you use the code BitBoy. So all you got to do, go here, click the link. Go here. You guys can get the card. We love the Crypto.com card. I use it all the time. Like, that's not BS. Like, I'm not just saying that. I actually have spent way more crypto than I should have on this thing because it's so convenient. We have so many problems with the banks, like making it where we can't spend our own money. It's a huge problem. As you guys know, this right here behind me, this is our check from BB&T when they closed our account. Once again, just a reminder to BB&T that we hate you and we hope you fail as a business and we will have more money than you. By the end of this. Just so you guys remember. You will be bankrupt, and we will have all the money. Remember that. And you could have had it in your bank, but you closed our account because you don't like Coinbase. That was almost a walrus. That was a mean walrus face. Okay. So, guys, you can use the Crypto.com card. I like the security, knowing that I can have money on my Crypto.com card, and it actually works everywhere. So you can compare the card tiers. They get different stuff. You can get Netflix for free if you get up to the J Green card. The J Green card, this is the one that I have. Guys, I just think the colors are better than the next one up. I don't want a flesh-colored card. If I were to get this one right here, I would definitely get the metallic one. I think that one's pretty cool. And then the black card. Maybe I should get this. Do you think I should get this? Yeah, doesn't think I should get the black card. He always likes to limit how much money I can spend. You guys know TJ, like he loves that, you know. By the way, can we talk for 1 second about something that happened on the stream yesterday?
I don't know. Somebody was getting grumpy. They said they want us to get to the price predictions.
Oh, God.
But what did you want to talk about?
The people said TJ needs his own show. No.
They're actually saying that right now.
I'll walk away.
Lorenzo Manrique, I want to see TJ.
There he is.
Oh, and Badger Dow is supposedly getting listed on Binance. We talked about that one a while
yeah,
back.
Badger Dow when we like.
And yeah, all the Aston Martin fans seemed to say it was because it's a James Bond car.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Okay, so last thing I want to talk about here is price predictions. And while you guys may be, waiting for a specific price prediction about something, here's really what I want to talk about. People said for years during the bear market that I was a moon boy for suggesting that Bitcoin could ever get up to six figures. Not $300,000, just $100,000. I've been looking on my TikTok account, and people have been saying things like, Bitcoin will never get to $40,000. It would never get to $20,000. It would never get to $50,000. I would ask you guys, when we make price predictions on this channel for where we think the prices are going to go, I would suggest that you hold your comments until the bull run's over, because that's really when we're going to know where all these prices end up at. And as the Bitcoin example goes, as I said, where people said, I just literally had a guy on TikTok, I made a video where I took a screenshot months ago of a guy saying the Bitcoin will never hit $50,000. Not in my lifetime or my children's lifetimes. Never hit $50,000. Of course, I screenshotted that because I knew when Bitcoin hit $50,000, I could put that on the top and I could look up at it on TikTok because that was fun. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, by the way, BitBoy Crypto. 2.6 million followers there. And we would like for you to be one of them. We're going to probably be changing up our little TikTok crypto strategy up there in the next couple of weeks. So it'll be some fun stuff there. But the point is, don't be the guy that is just super negative, saying that the prices will never get to X or get to Y or get to Z. Because what crypto has shown is that over time, it's been unbelievable the prices that it can get to. And when you start believing that cryptocurrency cannot reach any certain price or any market cap, then really what you're doing is you're limiting where you think things can go. And in reality, it's going to outperform that most likely. Bitcoin has consistently outperformed what people think about it for its entire history. And when you think about the guy Greg Schoen, you may not know Greg Schoen. I will pull up the tweet right here. Here's what I want to say. Do not be this guy on Twitter. It's the guy, I think that's how you spell it. I think that's it. There's a guy, Greg Schoen. I can't remember exactly. Maybe it's no S. I can't remember exactly how to spell his name. But the point is, this guy made a tweet back in 2010, I think, saying, I just sold all my Bitcoin at 8 cents or at 33 cents. Man, sure am glad I got out of that. Greg assures us these days that he's fine. A lot of people talk about him, talk to him. He's still on Twitter. Can't remember exactly how you spell that. But the point is, he got crushed for getting out of Bitcoin at 33 cents. Now, looking back on that, biggest mistake he ever made in his life. He says his life is good, whatever. But the point is, he didn't believe where Bitcoin would go to. And I would really ask you guys to reserve when we talk about where Cardano can go, or we talk about where Ethereum's going to go. I believe by the end of this bull run, the numbers are going to be so astronomical that whether Ethereum goes to $20,000 instead of $27,000, or Cardano goes to $6 instead of going to $8 or whatever it might be, the people that miss the opportunity are the people right now saying it will never get that high. Those people are bitter. And here's what we find. We find the people that attack price predictions more than anything else, they get angrier as time goes on. They're angry because they've already missed out. And when the price of Bitcoin goes to $300,000, the people like Peter Schiff, well, that's all a show. But people who say things like Peter Schiff, like, I'm never getting into Bitcoin, like Nouriel Rubini, we know that on the side, those guys have bags. Don't think they don't. That's all an act. That is their marketing, is to say they hate Bitcoin. Just like Tone Vays' marketing is to say he hates Ethereum. Like, that, it just lines up with what they are, okay? But there are people that they affect that will not buy Bitcoin and get bitter because it's going to go to prices so astronomical, they're going to look back and see how stupid they are. So instead of those people saying like, oh, you know what? Like, maybe it could go up higher, or maybe I should jump in here now. They say, no, I'm just not going to get in it. And they actually get angrier over time. They're angry that people could say such unbelievable things about cryptocurrency that are shown to be true over time. And then as it gets closer to those numbers, instead of saying, wow, I guess I was wrong, or wow, maybe they did actually know something. Guys, we bought Ethereum under $100. We bought Cardano under a dime, okay? Not as much as we should have, but we bought Bitcoin, Ethereum. We bought all these. I bought Bitcoin at $4,000 in March, okay? So you might want to listen to us when we're telling you where this thing is going. And instead of being angry and bitter, maybe you should start believing and stop trolling. That's all I got. Be blessed. Big boy out.